killing. In fact, there can be nothing more degrading than to engage in brutal murder and to refer to it as honor. We are proud that a daughter of Pakistan has yet again excelled in the creative art of filmmaking. This follows her earlier achievements, including the prestigious Academy Award. More than the awards, Chinoy's greater contribution lies in the choice of her themes, which are technically difficult and socially challenging. She has drawn our attention to the dark side of societal behavior, something about which some of us choose to remain uninformed. Ladies and gentlemen, the long struggle for the rights of women across cultures and ages has always been challenged by reactionary forces invoking traditions and beliefs. Nothing can justify oppression. It is brave people like Sharmeen Chinoy who have, however, ensured that the forward march for women's emancipation is not. Such despicable practices are completely repugnant to the teachings of Islam and, for that matter, any other religion. Islam places special emphasis on the rights of women. The Quran says in verse 2 to 8 of Surah Al-Barakah, "And for women are rights over men, similar to those of men over women." Similarly, the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, stated, "Among you the most respectable is the one who respects women, and the most disrespectable is the one who disrespects the women." The vision of the founder of Pakistan, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, espoused the same ideals. His struggle was to create a nation where all men and women would work side by side in our endeavor to achieve national glory. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my firm resolve to translate the Qaid's vision into reality by building an inclusive and progressive Pakistan, a country that guarantees fundamental rights to all its citizens in conformity with its constitution, irrespective of caste, creed, or gender. The Pakistani nation today is fully conscious that the rights of our citizens can only be ensured if they are anchored in a stable democratic order. It is my government's highest priority to ensure women's rightful place to empower them economically and politically, to end all forms of discrimination, to bring an end to violence against women, and above all, to bring the perpetrators to justice. Ladies and gentlemen, today the representation of women in all walks of life, including in the institutions of the state, is on the rise. Women lawmakers constitute a sizable part of our federal and provincial legislatures. Through their efforts, landmark legislations have been introduced in the Parliament on the rights of women. Independent national and provincial commissions on the status of women are functional. Social protection and social safety net programs such as insurance and microfinance banks and the Benazir income support program are empowering women economically. My government's Vision 2025 also places a special emphasis on building leadership among women at the grassroots level. Today, as never before, civil society, religious scholars, and the media are categorically condemning crimes committed in the name of honor. We will build on this momentum. Ladies and gentlemen, the screening of this movie today is a manifestation of my government's firm resolve to address the problem head-on. We will neither shy away from this issue nor hesitate to take all necessary steps to end this hateful practice. My government will work closely with all stakeholders, in particular the civil society, to explore possible legislative and administrative steps to bring an end to it. Let me, ladies and gentlemen, once again commend Sharmeen Obaid Chenoy for a remarkable work. Her art is universal in its appeal and an inspiration to women everywhere. It is an illustration of art in the service of humanity and social change. I wish you success, Sharmeen, in the Academy Awards ceremony later this week. Thank you very much.
Delighted that the first screening of A Girl in the River, The Price of Forgiveness in Pakistan is taking place at the Prime Minister's Secretariat. I started writing for newspapers when I was 14 years old. By the time I was 17 years old, I was writing investigative pieces for Dawn newspaper. One article I wrote landed me in a lot of trouble. It asked questions and shook the status quo. The people I wrote about spray-painted my name with profanities across many neighborhoods around my house. They wanted to silence me. They wanted to shame my family. But my father said something to me that day that has always stayed with me. If you speak the truth, I will stand with you, and so will the world. We all know that speaking the truth in Pakistan isn't always easy, and it often comes with a high price. Throughout my career, I have focused on marginalized communities, on women and children, because I believe in the Pakistan my forefathers created. My grandmother's generation attended political rallies. They fought for this country. They organized in the early days for a new country. They were part of Pakistan Women's National Guard, and they really laid the foundation. Now you find that, and I've always believed this, that Pakistan's greatest asset are its women. We scale mountains, we win Nobel Peace Prizes, we represent Pakistan in sporting events, in boxing and swimming, we win medals. We really are the pride of this country. From legislators in parliament, lobbying, senators, from politicians, from lawyers and doctors, we know and are continuing to push the envelope in this country. But despite all the strides we have taken, women are still subjugated, they're harassed, they have acid thrown on their faces, and in many cases, they are subjected to honor killings. Our society focuses so much on shame and honor that you often find that a woman's life, taking a woman's life, is no big deal. That is why I think it is important, and the onus is on us to begin to make change. Imagine, in a small town in Pakistan, a young woman who has the right to divorce wants it. Her husband shoots her. She survives miraculously. She finds herself in a local hospital. The police help her. The doctors help her. She's determined. She's a fighter. She knows she's going to court and send the perpetrators to jail. But after months of pressure from family, community, neighborhood, you find that she has to forgive the perpetrators of her violence. Now imagine that she is one of yours. She is your daughter, your sister, your cousin. It's only because we come from an educated segment of society that our women are safe. That is why we must work extra hard. And that is why honor killings is a very important step. We have to make sure that we have strong legislation for it. There can be no forgiveness in honor killings. Honor killings is premeditated murder. And the sooner we realize and the sooner we work on the legislation, the better it is going to be for Pakistan. Because the religion that I grew up with, the Islam that I grew up with, is tolerant and compassionate. It gives women the right to divorce, inherit property, the freedom of marriage. There is no place for honor killings in my religion. I want to thank the Prime Minister for having the foresight of taking this step. It is a true testament of a democracy when a leader moves forward despite the obstacles to begin to change the law. I think it is extremely important, given the steps that he has taken, that we put a comprehensive law forward that makes sure that no other daughter of this country is ever killed in the name of honor. People often ask me about winning an Oscar the second time, and I say there can be no greater win than passing this legislation, because saving women's lives, that is a special reward. Thank you.